Hi friends, today our topic is photosynthesis. How the evolution of simplifying the photosynthesis equation takes place. In a previous class, we have discussed the different definitions given by the scientists. That is, once recall, what is the first statement given by Van Helmont. According to Van Helmont, plants collect their food not only from the soil but also from the other sources. That is the statement given by Van Helmont. Then what is the next statement given by C.B. Van Niel? C.B. Van Niel. According to C.B. Van Niel and his co-scientists, they states that plants contains a green color pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is responsible for photosynthesis. In presence of sunlight, the photosynthesis takes place. According to them, in the photosynthesis system, for every formation of one molecule of carbohydrate, molecule, there will be the formation of one molecule of water and one molecule of oxygen. This can be derived as equation, that is, what are the minerals required for the photosynthesis? That is water and carbon dioxide. What we are getting here? We are getting one molecule of carbohydrate plus water plus oxygen in presence of sunlight. With the help of chlorophyll. So this is known as C.B. Van Niel's simplification equation of photosynthesis. See, we already know that photosynthesis is the most complex reaction that was simplified by the C.B. Van Niel. For this purpose, he was taken. That means not only C.B. Van Niel but also other scientists also taken 200 years to simplify the equation. So this was given in the year of 1731. So this equation is also known as unbalanced chemical equation of photosynthesis. What is that one? Water and carbon dioxide. These are the minerals. Water is collected from the soil and carbon dioxide gas is collected from the air. In the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll undergoes photosynthesis reaction and they can form, what is this one? Carbohydrate. And what are the other products? That are water and oxygen molecule. See, according to Van Niel, for every molecule of carbohydrate formation, there will be formation of one molecule of water and one molecule of oxygen. Clear? Then see on which he done the experiments. C.B. Van Niel done his experiments before deriving this equation. C.B. Van Niel continues a series of experiments. That means number of experiments were carried out on purple sulfur bacteria. On which organisms he done these experiments? We already know that autotrophs are nothing but not only the plants but also some bacteria and algae. See, in which bacteria he done the experiments? That is autotrophism, that is purple sulfur bacteria. And finally, I will ask you the questions. You have to comment in your comment box. Then C.B. Van Niel done his experiments on purple sulfur bacteria. Clear? Instead of water molecule, he used the hydrogen sulfide gas. Instead of water molecule, which substance he was used? Hydrogen sulfide. On which organism? That is purple sulfur bacteria. And he also found that light plays a major role. That is an essential role in photosynthesis. In presence of sunlight, the photosynthesis is more. He found that in presence of sunlight, the photosynthesis is more. And he found that by using H2S, he found that instead of oxygen gas, he found that elemental sulfur is released. In presence of sunlight. That means purple sulfur bacteria in presence of sunlight, with the help of hydrosulfide gas, they releases elemental sulfur gas. Later he done his experiments on plants. See, first he done his experiments on purple sulfur bacteria. Later he was done his same experiments on plants containing chlorophyll. In presence of sunlight, instead of H2S, he used water and carbon dioxide. They form carbohydrate, water and oxygen molecule. Clear? Then see, another scientist named Robert Hill. He observed that oxygen molecule is formed. Robert Hill. He found that oxygen is released in the process of photosynthesis from the water molecule. He observed that what the Robert Hill observed. He observed that oxygen is produced from water molecule, and he also suggested another simplified equation which we have following now. So what is that equation? That is balanced chemical equation of photosynthesis, very important. Then in presence of sunlight, with the help of chlorophyll pigment in plants, what are the products we are getting? We are getting carbohydrate C6H12O6, that is glucose, plus 6H2O, that is water, and 6O2 oxygen. So this is known as the balanced chemical equation of photosynthesis. This was a very important equation in the point of your public examination. See, you have to by heart this one. Better to understand. If not possible, you have to by heart this one. In future also, it is very important equation. Then what is the balanced chemical? Both the things you have to remember in your mind. Sometimes they may ask unbalanced equation by C.B. Van Til, and sometimes they may ask balanced chemical equation by Robert Hill. See, balanced chemical equation of photosynthesis was proposed by Robert Hill. What is that equation? 6CO2, that is carbon dioxide plus 12H2O, gives rise to C6H12O6, water and oxygen. This is glucose. So in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. From this equation, we conclude that plants collects minerals. That is simple inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water. In presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, with the help of chlorophyll, they can be converting into complex molecules like glucose, water and oxygen. See what he proposed, Robert Hill proposed that oxygen is formed from the water molecule. This will become in your next class and how he derived. Then from this equation we concluded that plants, maximum number of plants, they form glucose. They can form glucose, that is in the form of carbohydrates. From these carbohydrates we can again get starch, another form of carbohydrate, that is starch and sucrose. Then plants can also, some other plants, they can also produce substances like fats and proteins, which can also be taken as a food by all other living organisms. That means plants can produce carbohydrates, proteins and fats, which are used as a food by the all living organisms. So plants and some other bacteria are known as autotrophs. Why? Because they are synthesizing their own food. Then we already know that from this equation we conclude that, see, from the Van Til equation, can we say what are the requirements for the photosynthesis? What are the requirements? Water molecules, carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll are necessary for photosynthesis. Then what are the products formed in the photosynthesis reaction according to Van Niel: carbohydrate, water and oxygen. Oxygen is released into the atmosphere. Clear? Then we have an activity. Let's pass on to the next topic, that is chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis reaction, or starch is present or starch is produced in photosynthesis reaction. Starch is produced in the photosynthesis reaction. We can write whatever they may ask in different ways, so we have to prepare in that manner. See, what are the questions they may ask? What we are going to find? That is activity. What is that activity? So what is the activity we are going to do? That is to find the presence of starch. Starch is nothing but carbohydrate. Starch is nothing but carbohydrate. To find the presence of starch, then what are the apparatus we require? See, what are the apparatus we require here? We require the apparatus that are glass beaker, boiling test tube, water, asbestos gas, then Bunsen burner, etc. Then what are the reagents required here? Then what are that are methylated spirit, and betadine or tincture iodine. What are the apparatus required? Glass beaker, boiling test tube, water, asbestos gas, Bunsen burner, etc. And the chemicals which we required here: methylated spirit and betadine or tincture iodine. Then let me explain how the activity was done. At final, I will ask some questions regarding this. You have to comment in the comment box. Then how to conduct this activity. So first of all, we have to take a water bath. We have to take a glass beaker and take 3/4 of water. Take 3/4 of water. Methylated spirit is highly inflammable, so we have to heat it on water bath. We are not supposed to supply direct heat. We are not supplying any direct heat. We are not supposed to supply direct heat. For that purpose, we are using asbestos gas. That means to reduce the fire, we are using here asbestos gas. Asbestos gas means a net-like structures that is made with cement to reduce the flame. To reduce the flame intensity, we are using asbestos gas. Then we are using the water. Then in this we have to take a boiling test tube. In this boiling test tube, take a methylated spirit. See, for this activity, we have to take a fresh, smooth and thin leaf which was already exposed to sunlight. Okay, then what we have taken inside the test tube? Inside the test tube we have taken a leaf. We have taken what inside the test tube? Leaf. See, what is the chemical we have taken here? That is methylated spirit. See, what is the use of methylated spirit here? See, methylated spirit is used to remove the chlorophyll present in the leaf. So note this point. What is the use of methylated spirit? Methylated spirit is used to remove what? Chlorophyll in the leaf. See, in boiling test tube, methylated spirit was taken. In the beaker, what we have taken? Water. This was heated on water bath. So due to heating, because presence of methylated spirit, the chlorophyll was removed. The chlorophyll was removed, and the leaf becomes into pale white. Pale white. Okay. Then after completing this activity, separate the leaf with the help of brush into a separate petri dish. Separate petri dish. Take the leaf into a separate petri dish. Then what is the color of leaf here? The color of the leaf is pale white. Pale white. The color of the leaf, that is pale white. Now what is our aim? To test the presence of starch. To test the presence of starch. For this purpose, we require what? We have already taken tincture iodine. Tincture iodine. Tincture iodine or betadine. Betadine. With the help of ink pillar, add 1 or 2 drops of tincture iodine or betadine on the surface of pale leaf and distribute with the help of the toothpick. Then the color of the leaf is converting into dark blue black. Dark blue black. Dark blue black. The leaf is changing into which color? Dark blue black by adding tincture iodine or betadine. That indicates the presence of what? Starch. That indicates the presence of starch. Then what is the confirmation test for starch here? By reacting the leaf with tincture iodine or betadine, the leaf is converting into dark blue black color. Then we can confirm that the presence of starch. And also this activity is done to identify the presence of chlorophyll also. So the chlorophyll is removed by methylated spirit. Then write down the questions to answer in our comment box. What are the questions? Then see question number 1. What is the confirmation test? What is confirmation test for starch? What is the confirmation test for starch? Then second one, what is the use of? What is the use of methylated spirit? Comment your answers in the comment box. Thank you.